It does show that there are voids in the area where Ron talked about the tunnel being there. So there is some proof.
¿Está el gobierno de Israel al tanto de todo el asunto del Arca de la Alianza?
Yes, they
Yeah,
are,
absolutely.
but they deny it.
They won't admit to it. Just for political reasons, I think that they probably have a good idea where it is also.
In 1995, they attempted to move the Ark. In our DVD, Ron mentions that a few years earlier that there were 6 Kohathites, or men from the tribe of Levi, from the Kohath family, dressed in Levitical garb, that went up a tunnel out of Zedekiah's cave toward the Ark of the Covenant cave. They made it 75 feet, and all, was it 6 of them died? Yep. All 6 of them died. They were killed by the protecting angels, you know, that protect the Ark.
It's a brain aneurysm.
Yeah, brain aneurysm. It looked like their eyes were crossed, and they called up Ron, and Ron had to drag their bodies out on rescue baskets one by one. So they know it's real. They were attempting to move it. They know it's hands off also because they're afraid of death. So if you were to ask them if it's been found, of course they'll laugh at you. They're not going to admit it publicly because it's a hot potato. You know, people are wanting to build a new temple, the 3rd temple on the Temple Mount. This could lead to the Dome of the Rock being blown up. It's a very volatile topic. And right now they don't know what to do because, you know, their men tried to retrieve it and they were killed. They don't know what to do at this point. But of course the Ark is resting in the area controlled by the Palestinians. It's in East Jerusalem. It's not on Jewish territory. That's another reason why they want to move it, to get over onto their side of the city. But anyway, God is in control, and in God's timing, you know, the 10 Commandments will come out, and they'll be a testimony to the world.
¿Tiene el gobierno israelita vigilada o controlada la zona donde se halla el arca? ¿Han manifestado ellos algo sobre el hallazgo?
When the people that control the area where the Ark is, have they said anything about the discovery by Ron regarding
No, go ahead.
It's a church in England that actually owns the land there, the Garden Tomb property. But the area also is considered Eastern Jerusalem, which is controlled by the Palestinians, also the government. But they don't acknowledge the Ark being there, the church out of England. They don't know about Ron's excavations and so forth.
Well, the garden people did let him. They allowed him to dig there.
Yeah, for years.
Yeah. Right.
The current people are not familiar with Ron, but in the 1980s, of course, 1990s is when Ron was in good faith with those folks. They helped Ron with the excavation. They gave him permission. But the current people that are there don't know of Ron Wyatt. So if you were to ask them about Ron Wyatt, they don't really know him and would not, you know, endorse his find there.
¿Es zona de iglesia anglicana?
Anglicans. Anglicans.
¿El gobierno de Israel ha manifestado algo sobre el hallazgo de algún modo?
No, none whatsoever.
I think they believe, but they don't want people to know it.
They won't admit it publicly.
So they are hiding everything.
Yes.
Yeah, but when Ron was there, he would go directly to the Israel Antiquities people and ask them, "Hey, you got anything for me that I could do for you?" And so they all knew him personally. But in fact, we've got pictures and videos of him talking to people that will, if you call them today and ask them if they know him, they'll say, "No, we've never seen the man before." But we have the pictures of him showing handing him even like a digging permit for the garden tomb, handing it right to him and standing there shaking his hand.
Ron would
Because
turn over artifacts to the Israel Antiquities Authority. So that was back in the in the 80s, especially like the ivory pomegranate, and so they knew that he had found something, and they knew they could trust him basically. But a lot of those people are not in the Israel Antiquities Authority today. But there are some people, in the government, in the IAA, that do believe in the discovery of the Ark. They do, believe in Ron Wyatt. But if you were to ask them, they would deny everything.